Hey everybody, it's Jay Worldwide, your killer here.
And it's your boy TG, this is Thugs.
Code Red, TG and J play Code Red, Mission 4.
Episode 4.
Here we go.
Yep.
This video, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of talking about Resident Evil all the time, guys, we're going to talk about 3 of our favorite games. These aren't our top favorite games, these are just 3 of our favorites. We're going to give you probably a little description of the game, maybe, or just pretty much the reason why we like the game so much. And maybe you guys will go check the game out, maybe you won't. I don't know, it's up to you to decide. But, TG, go ahead and hit him with your first.
My first game is BioShock. And, BioShock, BioShock is a trilogy, you know, there's 3 games. But, I'm just gonna focus on the first one because it was like the first time I ever played a game like that. Very unique game. Story was great. The gameplay was kind of like, I expected going in, it just being like a first-person shooter, you know, run around, shoot shit. Underwater city, you know, shit like that. But, it turned out to be more than that, like an RPG, almost leveling up weapons, using powers in your own and shit. Definitely, one of my top favorites.
So ahead of everything else that was out at the time, if you ask me. So different from everything else that was out.
Yeah, it was very
so new and
very
unique.
different,
But
yeah.
okay, so my number one, or first, not number one, first is gonna be SOCOM Confrontation. It was a third-person shooter. Most of the game modes were like 1 life and you're dead. But there was a round system, you know, you play like best 3 out of 5 rounds, or best 5 out of 7, whatever it was. And you always had like some kind of objective, escort the VIPs or something or other. And now the reason I like this game so much is when you hear people talk about like heart-pounding action and shit like that, I immediately think SOCOM Confrontation, because nothing is like, to me, no game could make my heart pound the way SOCOM did. Like, when you're with the squad of your friends and, you know, you got 1 life and say all your friends die and it's down to you, you gotta do it, and your heart just starts beating and you get, you got a 1v6 clutch and shit like that, and my heart just starts beating, and for a game to be able to do, SOCOM time, for a game to be able to do that to me repeatedly, you know, every time I play the game, not just, you know, every once in a while, or not every time you play the game and that happens, your heart's beating, that's a pretty high game in my book there. So that's my first.
Yeah, I've always liked games like that, 1 life only. That's why I love Search and Destroy on Call of Duty games so much. But SOCOM did it great because you had such a low health bar, you only got like 2 or 3 shots.
Yep.
You're very competitive, very fun. But okay, my second game is going to be one of the Souls games, you know, Dark Souls, Demon Souls. But I'm gonna go with the latest one, Bloodborne. And you know, a lot of people say it's not really a Souls game because it's not the name and everything. But when you play the game, you can definitely tell it has the same feel. Yeah. But what I love about the game is that like the world, you know how it's all gothic and shit, it's like all gothic out. And a lot of people, well, particularly my nephew, didn't really like the theme. But yeah, he didn't really like the theme. But I think the theme actually worked well for the type of game it was. Like, I think even if Dark Souls had a theme like that, I think it would work. They always have creepy shit, weird, unexplained shit, plague monsters and shit. So yeah, it definitely worked well.
Yeah, just monsters to make you go, what the hell?
Yeah, like what the fuck is that? And they got legs on his head. And, you know, shit. It worked well in the gothic scene.
Okay, my number 2 is gonna be Fallout 3. Just simply because there are so many things to do, so many places to go to explore, monsters to see, people to kill if you wanted to, or you could choose not to. You could go either way. And
Smitting.
Yeah, crafting and shit. And I like the game so much simply because you could, I'm getting frozen. You could, like, all the side missions on the game to me never got repetitive. Like, it was never like, go see this person and they're gonna give you the same quest the other person did. It's just like in a different area or a different item. And I spent so much time on Fallout 3, so much time. But that's why it's up there for me.
Yeah. Okay. Now my last game is definitely one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. It's probably my favorite game ever. Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm gonna say it like this: Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean? Just one of my favorite franchises. Probably my favorite. I really like a good story. That's probably why I like BioShock so much, because the story was great. But Metal Gear has like one of the most complicated, unique stories I've ever played. And yeah, the gameplay was really nice. I love sneaking, stealth-based, you know, tactical action. It was, yeah, great. One of my favorites. But definitely had to put that on my list. Damn it, Alakon! Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright.
Okay, so what's your number 3? What's your number 3? And I just died. I just died.
That does not happen usually. Just revive, we'll be alright. So my number 3 game, not necessarily the game, but a mode from the game, is gonna be Call of Duty World at War Zombie Mode.
Whoa, Call of Duty.
Yeah, just the zombie mode though. I wasn't real into the online.
Okay.
But
that's fair enough.
What I like so much about it is just the simple fact that you did not have a chance. You knew from the beginning of the game that pretty much there was no beating it. You couldn't beat it. It was wave after wave, and you just simply try to survive for as long as you can. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason really is that it built your teamwork up, made it so much more fun, and the fact that you could play the game for 45 minutes to an hour, take like a 2 or 3 minute break, and then hop right back into it and just do it all over again, and maybe get a little bit further than you got last time, even if it was like 1 wave or 2 waves, you were still like, oh yeah, we got 2 more waves further, we're so much better now, we have a new strategy, it's gonna work. And then you try it again and you get demolished. But that's probably one of the main reasons that's one of my top favorites.
Alright. I'll let that slide. Oh, Call of Duty. I was like, damn, man. All the games out there, Call of Duty? Well, I
yeah,
see.
I know,
zombies,
right?
Zombies.
I knew that one was going to take you.
Yeah,
so yeah, guys, that's our 3 of our favorite games. Maybe you guys will go check them out. Maybe you'll just watch them on YouTube or something. But yeah, definitely check them out if you have time. So, you know, if you guys want to tell us your 3 of your favorite games, or your top 3, your top 5, your top 10, whatever, put them in the comments. We'll respond to you guys. We'll talk about it in the next video if we see it or if we've played the game. But yeah, so this is going to be your killer signing off.
Just signing off. Until next time. Call of Duty though.
Wow. Chill.
World.